At Drapper Environmental Consultants, our core business is water, stormwater, wastewater and environmental services. We do what we do because we want to be part of the change that's happening in our world. We want to be early adopters. We want to contribute to the latest technology, helping our world develop and thrive in the most sustainable way possible. Particularly in the stormwater industry, we want to know that the solutions we are designing and building are protecting our waterways and our oceans. In that regard, I'd like to introduce you to Blair Jedris. Blair is our new employee, and Blair brings with him many years of experience in stormwater, civil and diving experience. Along with that, he brings a passion for protecting our waterways as the founder of Clean Oceans Australia. So Blair, how about you give us a bit of a background on where you came from and what your experience is?
Okay, I started a group called Clean Oceans Australia about 12, 13 years ago to help educate and raise awareness about plastic pollutions in our waterways and oceans. All this come about because I was approached by Straddie Wildlife Rescue to remove fishing line from the back of Amity Point on North Straddie, because 90% of their animal rescues is all due to fishing line entanglement or ingestion of plastic, fishing line, lures, that sort of thing. Now, with my scuba diving background and everything, and how long I've been diving southeast Queensland, northern New South Wales, and with me starting doing cleanups and underwater cleanups, I started to look around and think, oh yeah, then I called on my experience in the stormwater industry to help join the dots of looking upstream and trying to figure out where this pollution's coming from, and when I sort of started to piece it together, I decided I wanted to be part of the solution to try to find a way to reduce plastic pollutions.
So, what have you been doing for Drapper Environmental Consultants in the last 3 months?
I've been developing a prototype for an external gross pollutant trap that can be retrofitted to existing stormwater outlets. Since they're in southeast Queensland, a lot of our older suburbs, the ones that have been the more established ones, are along the main waterway corridors and everything. So I've decided to try to design something to solve that problem, and I've designed, fabricated and installed an external gross pollutant trap we've named the Trash Trawler. Okay. In a southeast Queensland council region to evaluate the device and see what modifications need to be made and determine capture rates and hydraulic performance and that sort of thing, because it's so much easier, and this is from my beach cleanup experience, to remove a piece of plastic as it comes out of the drain before it enters the waterway, than letting it photo-degrade and break down into smaller macro and micro plastics further downstream and getting into it. And it's just so much easier and a lot cheaper and a lot healthier for our wildlife and ecosystem too.
Great. So what have you found in that short period of time?
Well, what I've found is before I installed the Trash Trawler, I'd done 2 pre-installation cleanups to try to determine what sort of debris we may find in the Trash Trawler after we install it, just to sort of see what's washing down the catchment area. And the 2 things that I mainly found in the pre-installation cleanups was remnants, which is bits of plastic that have been degraded, mowed over, that weren't recognisable in their whole self. And the other thing, and it was pretty well 50-50, was packaging items. Okay. Which entails mainly, which surprisingly was mainly food wrapping, chip packets, lolly wrappers, your plastic bags from your servo, sausage rolls and meat pies and all that sort of thing, which is a little bit alarming, which shows a bit of human behaviour there, sort of thing. So yeah, that gave us, well, this is maybe what we'll find in the Trash Trawler. Now, after I installed the thing, we've had a little bit of rain, but I'd class as one significant rainfall event, which, working with Mother Nature's a little bit. Yep. Yeah,
you get what you get.
Yeah, that's it, very much. And on our first clean or maintenance schedule for the trash trawler, most of the debris or the gross pollutants that I found, 87% was organic matter, such as lawn clippings, leaves,
Yep.
that sort of thing, and the remainder was your main gross, other gross pollutants such as cans. But the main thing was plastic. We got about 260 pieces of plastic
Right.
and paper
Yep.
in the trash trawler, which, to put it in easy terms, there was 20 litres of plastic and 120 litres of organic waste collected from the trash trawler. So
Interesting. That's an interesting outcome in itself. But if we put that aside for the moment, we'll talk about that another day. And look at the plastics. What sort of plastics did you see? Is it recyclable containers or something else?
no, surprisingly, we haven't been coming across a lot of plastic bottles or cans, or that. The few cans that I did find were squashed and obviously been sitting in the stormwater system for quite a while and gradually made their way downstream. But most of it is the remnants and the food wrapping still. We're not finding many bottles, which hopefully shows that the container deposit scheme that's been introduced by the Queensland government is working and working well.
Great. Okay. Well, that in itself is an interesting thing, and we'll keep monitoring this with Blair and our industry partners over the next 6 to 12 months, and we'll keep you up to date. Thanks again, Blair. Welcome.
Thank you, Darren.
And, wait to see more from us.